What's up, everybody? Brandi Badd Ass here with Triple XO, my son Gabriel. Somebody give him a hand. Woo! So I told y'all before that we were going to do a blog together, but we couldn't. A vlog, rather, but we couldn't because he didn't have no voice. But his voice is here now. Sing for him. See, he played too much. Talk.
And will always love you.
Okay, he got his voice back.
I'm a rapper.
Yeah, and thank God for that. Thank God he's a rapper. But he can dance, though. He can dance his ass off. But
I can make you dance.
But singing, that ain't all right. So anyway, Brandi Badd Ass went over there. This is Afrologik blog. And like I said, we didn't get to do our blog together because his voice is gone. So we decided to do it today. And so what we're going to do is interview each other, perhaps intrigue some of you to ask some questions in comments. Or, if you have more questions based on what we ask, that's cool. I'd be happy to answer you in comments. So, and we shall begin.
Okay. So.
You know what? I swear, don't nobody contact me until I start recording. I don't even be knowing these people. Who the hell is Ricardo?
Hey, Ricardo. Hola. Hola, mi amigo.
We gonna ignore, unless it's Justice, we gonna ignore it.
We're gonna ignore Justice, too.
Justice, I didn't say that.
Love you.
He said that.
Love you.
He said he love you, too. I love you, too. Everybody love Justice. Okay, now we're gonna start asking questions.
Okay, so what TV show character do you most identify with?
We wrote these questions down. He wrote questions he wanted to ask me. I wrote down questions to ask him. Okay, so what TV show character do I identify with the most? Okay, my favorite TV character is, Hyde and Red Foreman, but I don't identify with them. Maybe Hyde, because the big hair and sunglasses, maybe Hyde. But if I had to choose, it would be Nola Darling from She's Gotta Have It. Have you seen She's Gotta Have It?
No.
Okay, then good. That's probably good because you'll probably be like, why does my mother identify with this woman?
What's wrong with this woman?
She's active. Very active.
Okay.
But that's not why I identify with her. I identify with her because she is like, she's her own person. She do her thing her way. And she's not confined by what anybody else thinks. She don't care. Just do whatever the hell she wants to do. And she live her lifestyle the way she live her lifestyle. And she just, she make her own rules and knows the rules that she follow. So I'm going with Nola Darling for 200. Nola Darling. So, okay, now, how would you describe Gabriel?
This guy we're talking about, to me, he's quiet. He's quiet. I believe he's quiet when he's not in a comfortable area. I'm not socially active like my other family members. I'm more like the kid in the classroom that sits in the back and he does his own thing, and you're like you don't really notice until I say it. You're like, oh wow. I'm a colorful person. I have a colorful personality. I care about everything, everybody around me for no goddamn reason. But you gotta, I come from good genes. I believe that to be true. And I love music with a passion. So
that's in the family.
That builds who I am.
Yeah, that's in the family. You ain't had no choice. Live with me and not like music, you'd be in trouble. But I mean, with you being as you said you are reserved. I mean, I know this about you. You're very reserved. You cool by yourself, and I know that. You just kind of, I wouldn't say you're a loner. You just you don't need the crowd. That's cool. But how does that affect you in such a way that you have trouble with?
Sometimes I just because I see how like how my brother or like just some of my friends who are like dope, like the cool kid at school, like everybody like all in their face asking them questions like how you feel about this, how you feel about that. Like I have thoughts and ideas about them kind of things too, but I don't want to just walk in a conversation that I wasn't even a part of. You know, that's irritating.
Yeah, I've been in that situation. But you know, you at work and you at school. You ain't got time. Them other people, they ain't busy as you. You got stuff going on that's for your future. So, you know, talking about kicking it the bullshit. I understand everybody want to do that, but what you're doing is so much more important. You'll have time for that later. So, yeah, better. You know, you're doing better than I did at your age. So, okay, next question.
If you could go back to a certain time in your life, where would you go?
I would go back to the day I was born and just wipe the slate clean and start all the way over. And I'd listen this time. Seriously, that's what I would do. I would go back to September 13th, 1975, 12:14 a.m. I would go back there. Hopefully, I would still have y'all at some point in life. Just it would have been later, so you would be a lot younger right now.
It would be cool if it was in a different order, though.
What order would you want it to be?
If I had to pick, I would want to be the youngest, but I still would want to have everything that I have now. Like
Would be the youngest.
I don't want to be I want to be a hothead.
But you special because you're the big brother. You're the oldest son, so you special too.
Can I answer this question too?
Huh?
Can I answer this question too? If I could
Yeah, go ahead.
If I could go back to a certain time in my life, oh, first grade IAS. That was an awesome time. That was amazing. Like you worked there, Chris is there. Like as far as I knew, life was just
and Justice good. Volunteered there all the time.
Like that was just good.
That was fun times. That whole part of our life when we lived on South Washington, that was well for most part until things started going terribly wrong. But for the most part, it was a happy time over during those times.
I'm driving to school listening to the Steve Harvey morning show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Steve.
Steve Harvey. You still do that?
It's probably not as good as it was.
When he used to be, start off Steve Harvey. Got a radio show. Do you still do that? I don't listen to.
He does. I don't think it's not.
I don't listen to terrestrial radio, so I don't know. I don't know what be going on in terrestrial radio. So, so what would you describe Afrologik as?
I describe Afrologik as a guide. It's like a guide. It's something like if I'm feeling this type of way and I can't deal with these emotions, and I'm like, man, how can I deal with this? Or is there anybody around me who is willing to tell me what they've been through at this moment? Like if I'm mad, I'm like, how do I deal with this? Or if I said one person, how do I confront her? How it gives me notes. Like I take notes. You gotta learn. You gotta learn from somebody. If you can, if your peers are not willing to help you, I feel like Afrologik, it gives you the formula that you need. It's the Krabby Patty. You gotta eat it and then digest it.
See,
so it can sprout.
He reads it. He has to read it to know that. Do y'all read it? Cause I put the link out 3 times a week. Y'all reading it? Y'all need to start reading it.
Yeah, best do
that. Thank you, Gabe. I feel all good. I'm gonna feel all warm and tingly inside because he reads it. Yeah, I have no follow-up questions. All I have is thank you.
What is your favorite thing about yourself?
It's funny because it's Afrologik because of the place. I don't even know who this is, man. That's contacting. Anyway, I was in a place for a long time where I was just bored all the time and I was unhappy and I was crying a lot, and this went on for a long time. And with Afrologik and and planning my new life that's soon to come, I am never ever bored, and I feel good about myself because I help people. It makes it where, the things that I've been through, rather self-inflicted or just, that's the way life goes sometimes. I feel like I don't know these people. I feel like I it wasn't for nothing. Like those experiences that were really really painful. It's like it wasn't for nothing. Because it's now a vehicle I can use to help other people, and I'm very happy, 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 joy, joy about that. So, before Afrologik, if somebody said, "What do you really like about yourself?" I don't even know how I would answer that. I don't know if I would be ashamed to answer that because it would probably be something physical, not something that, had any kind of depth or any kind of, substantial. Like I might have been like, oh, I love my hair. Even though that's not even really true. I appreciate my hair, because I have hair, but but it's not. And because I would have had to think about it for a long time, and now I could just roll out the tongue. I like what I do, not my job. Don't like that.
Nobody likes. I don't like my job.
Man, my job sucks rocks, but it's what I gotta do for now. So yeah. Any more questions?
My mom, like,
What do you like about me?
My mom is very radiant. She's beautiful. Like I think I have one of a kind. Like there's nobody else like this woman. Like I step outside and I see all these moms with their bonnets and they yelling at their kids and they kids out here shooting, want to be in gangs and all that lame stuff. No, my mom, like she'll tell me don't do this because this is gonna happen, and you know what? I don't even do it because I believe it's exactly like that. It's gonna happen.
I don't even really tell you don't do this because this is what's gonna happen. I listen to you, and then I tell you the scenarios of what would happen. I never really told y'all what to do if you really think about it. I always showed you, gave you options and let you make your own mind up, and it worked. I just never really believed in that parenting with an iron fist and do as I say, and because
that's how you kids run away.
Yeah, or they just grow up not knowing how to make decisions because decisions been made for them all of their lives. They don't realize there's rewards and consequences to choices that you make. You got to know how to do it. I'll go over with them what would happen. If you do this, this is what could happen. When I did this was the result. I have done that, but I don't really tell them what to do. That's just not that ain't my style. School don't teach you how to make decisions.
No.
Because every organization out here, laws, governments, schools, it's just a bunch of people setting rules. And of course, me being the way I am, my kids are not the kind of people who just follow rules because they are rules. If they don't make sense, then what?
I just walk away.
Yeah. My thing is when a rule don't make sense and I have to follow it, I follow it the way I want to follow it.
Yeah, you gotta make it comfortable, suitable for you.
Yeah, so I stay inside the parameters of not getting into trouble, but I do it my own way.
When you think about it, it's you who are learning. Who gonna know how you process knowledge better than you? I also like about my mom was very vocal and upfront. Like if you do something stupid, she's like, that's on you. You made that decision. I'm not gonna hold your hand the whole time. If you do something stupid and you get put on your butt, you gonna have to learn. And if you keep running for more, you obviously not learning. So you just.
And it's been like 100 years since I've had to say that to Gabe. Only time, when you were a kid.
I was bad.
Yeah, he was a bad kid. It's a shot. It's wild how he just, and I don't even know when it started. He just kind of just did a whole 180 and stayed there.
I don't even know. I don't even remember how it started.
He has not had a teenage rebellion.
Probably when I'm grown, I'm gonna probably be hell. Yeah. I'm good now. She gonna leave. I don't know how good I'm gonna be when she come back. Nah, I ain't gonna be bad.
I trust you will be fine when I leave.
Most definitely, but how I did the whole like 360. Like I don't want to do another one of those.
You're not gonna do another 180.
Good.
You will be fine when I leave.
I really do wonder what was the source of that. We should talk more about that later. I really.
I have an idea, but I'm not gonna say it here. All right. This was supposed to be 10 minutes.
But you know, when we talk, it's just we just keep it going. You should follow me on Instagram at ill.soul_. Let's just throw it out there.
Is ill.soul_? Okay, because I mean, of course I follow you. We follow each other, but whenever I want to tag you in something,
yeah, my name
I can't find
never pops up. I mean, it should pop up now. We got it to work.
So it's ill.soul_.
Mm-hmm.
And what is your tell them your YouTube channel.
I don't have a channel yet.
Oh.
But sometime in the summer though, you guys should just keep your eyes out and your ears. I plan on making some music too.
Well, you all know where you can find me. Afrologik.com. AFROLOGIK.com. That's the blog that I started off telling you. Y'all need to read that. You can find me here on YouTube, of course. And subscribe. What?
Subscribe. Hit it now. Hit it now. You watched. You've been through 19 minutes. You subscribe and like. If I swear, Mom tell me it's one thumbs down, I'm gonna find out who you are, bro.
I'm gonna be at your house. And I'm on IG as I am Brandi Badd Ass, and then Afrologik's on IG, Afrologikblog, and then I have Afrologik page on Facebook. It's just called Afrologik. You can't find me really on Facebook, not me, but I'll find you if you sign up to Afrologik. So that's that. So I thank you, Gabe, for doing this with me. I thank the gods for giving you your voice back. And so he answers that with a nod.
I like it. I like it.